Alrighty, so we are going to start Unit 3. I believe Unit 3 has 4 sections in it. Yep.
Only 4 sections?
Yeah, so it's a quick one. There is one downfall, and that is the fact that we will not get a test in before UEA, which is always fall break. Now, it used to be called UEA. When you're old like me, you still call it, whatever. So we'll just have to, make it work. Won't have the test checked until everybody's taking it, simply because then there's no way for people to tell everybody what, So, alrighty. So, I think we're ready. It is the, this doesn't have a date on it anyway, so it doesn't matter. 10-6. Alrighty, and this is SM2H Unit 3.1. And our objective is going to be able to properly factor any given polynomial or set of terms. Alrighty, now factor. Anybody know what the word factor means? Ooh, breakdown. That's a good one. Breakdown. Breakdown. Anything else?
Simplify.
Simplify. In a sense, I would say for sure. Simplify. When you're doing that, what are you finding?
What it's made up of?
Yes, but you're finding things that each term has what? I heard that. In common. So you're going to find things that terms have in common. Okay? Now, so if I were to give you, let's say I gave you 27 x to the 4th, y to the 7th. My question is why did it take you 2 minutes and 44 seconds to suggest that?
Because I thought I was just blind. I'm not wearing my glasses. So.
Oh. Do you need me to sit you closer to the board in the future?
No.
Because starting next quarter, you'll be sitting like right there. Because at the end of the quarter, I'm going to switch it and put, last and go the other way. It's like Weston will be sitting right up there. Is Weston, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's say I've got that, and let's say I've got 9 x to the 5th, y to the 4th. So let's say these are my 2 terms, right? And I want you to find the, what do we call it? Greatest. I want the GCF, the greatest common factor, which means I want to find the what? The biggest. Yeah, but I'm not talking just number. I'm talking number, variable, whatever. Okay, I knew there was something wrong. I got the wrong face mask on. They suck at staying up when you talk. This is the best one I've come up with.
What's the thing in the middle there? Between the 27 and the 9.
That says and.
I thought it was a W.
How many of you knew that said and?
It looks like a W with an L.
Like one of those
A or
I didn't even see it was there, to be honest with you.
And okay. Alrighty, so who can teach this?
I don't know.
Okay, Snyder, you're up. Shh.
looking for the greatest common factor, including the exponents and.
Yeah.
Well, it would be 9, right?
Charlie.
It just, yeah. Did you not notice me giving you that look?
I did.
Yeah, what do you think that look meant?
What are you doing in here?
No.
What? Who needs the paper?
No, it was, what are you doing here because you weren't in my class? Oh, yeah.
We had this training for HOSA, so I
Oh, did they green slip you guys?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
I'll watch your video tonight.
Well, so that's the problem is that YouTube, there's an interface problem in the districts. Yeah, so last year's is up, but I'll be honest, it'll be average this year. So I'm just saying, if I do get this year's up, you really need to watch this year's. Because you got to remember that the test went from 50 to 30, so I've been able to, do some things. We are doing the lab on Thursday.
Okay, so you're saying I shouldn't have missed probably?
Well, I didn't say that. I'm just, well, I mean,
Never miss a class.
just because if YouTube wasn't down, I would say it's not as big a deal because I know this guy that records everything he teaches and throws it out there so people can watch it when they're absent. But with the interface problem, it's the district's working on it. So I'll let you know.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So sorry about that, Snyder. So go ahead. What were you explaining to us?
Does it have to include the variables?
It does. It does. Great point. So what I got to do is I want to look at this piece by piece. So I'm going to say, what is the biggest number that will go into both 27 and 9? That's a 9, right? Then what is the biggest x term that will go into x to the 4th and x to the 5th? X to the 4th, right? And then y to the 7th and y to the 4th is going to give me y to the 4th, right? Now, this then becomes my GCF.
Can you put your paper down? Or slide it down? I meant slide it down.
You mean slide it up.
Slide it up.
Okay. That was good. You had me because I was going for it, man. I was going bam. Now, so this is my Yo, Dixon.
Sorry, I have a question on the exponents. How did you get 4 and 4?
Well, I just looked at these and took the smallest one.
Oh, so it's just
Yeah, because I know it'll go into that one once. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, I would think so you don't think like, oh, what is the biggest number those both go into?
No. That's like finding the least common multiple or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, different. Okay. Now, so that is my GCF. Okay. If I'm truly factoring, though, I'm always going to have something what? Left over, right? So what is going to be left over here when I do that? I'm going to get a what?
3x, y to the third,
3y to the third.
3y to the third?
Isn't there one x left?
I don't know. Is there?
Yeah, I think so. Because it's 5 to the 4th.
There is one extra.
Oh, just the left side?
Oh, just the left side. Yes.
That's correct.
Now, no, because these are two different. It's that and that.
Thank you.
I'll be here all year. And look, here's my question: is what am I doing? What is my mathematical process that gets me to this?
You're taking that term and dividing
I'm dividing it, and that's the key you got to remember. So when in doubt, all you got to do is take this. Is 27 x to the 4th y to the 7th. And you're going to divide it by 9 x to the 4th y to the 4th. And then my answer is what I have left. Well, the 9 and the 27 reduced to a 3, right? That x to the 4th and that x to the 4th reduce out. 7 minus 4 leaves me with y to the 3rd. And I've got 3y to the 3rd, right? And what's this? X?
Yeah.
Just x?
No.
Because my 9 reduces, my x to the 5th minus x to the 4th, so x to the 1st, and then y, so I get just x. This is my GCF. This is what I have left over. Okay? Now, pay attention to what they ask you to do. Because they don't always ask you to write what's left over. Sometimes they ask you to just write the GCF, so pay attention. Now, if I did this, though, let's say I said like 18 x cubed y to the 4th z plus 6 x y to the 5th z to the 7th. Now let's say I did that and I simply asked you to factor it. Okay? Well, when I want you to factor it, I want you to take out the GCF, but then you've also got to have what is left over, right? I'm basically doing what? Anybody know?
the opposite of what?
I'm doing the opposite of that. Now in this term it would be just it wouldn't be full foil. It would have been, starts with a D. Distributive. I'm basically doing the reverse distribution, right? I'm taking it out. Okay? Yeah, you guys, they were all terrible guesses, by the way. Okay? So, what is going to be my GCF that I'm going to write out front here? So 6 will go into both of those. An X will go into both of those. Y to the 4th will go into both of those. And a Z. Right? Now, then I'm left with some stuff, right? How do I get this stuff? I do what we just did right here. I basically am thinking division, right? 18 divided by 6 is 3. That's going to give me,
X squared. No.
that's it, right? Then what about this term?
Y is 6.
Z to the 6.
Done.
And that's right.
You don't do
Do you,
it. Do you do it?
So you subtract it, so when it's divided numbers,
You solve it?
Yeah. What do you mean by solve it?
And you FOIL or not? I guess that's not.
Okay, so if I
Yeah.
did you not even go? Did you not? That means, what do you think that means, Barker? When I go,
First two.
what do you think that means, Barker? That means don't say it under your breath.
But can't you do that?
Say your question again, Hadley.
So I know that the answer is going to get what's above it, but can't you combine those?
Can I? Can I combine these in any way, shape, or form? Why not?
Oh,
Is it Ian?
Yeah,
Yeah. Why not, Ian?
because if it was multiplying, it would be
Yeah.
3x
Yeah.
squared.
Okay.
Plus 6.
But I'm adding, right? And these are not what?
like term.
Not like terms, so I can't combine them. If I could have,
Or multiplying.
if I could have combined them, they probably would have been combined up there, right? So, okay. Now, let's say I did this. Let's say I gave you 15 x squared y to the 4th plus 25 x to the 5th y minus 30x squared y. Let's say I gave you that, and I said, okay, let's factor this sucker. Okay, so I got to factor everything. So I've got it now, instead of just 2 terms, I've got to look at all 3 terms, right? So I said to myself, self, and I do that because sometimes I need expert advice. And if you don't get that joke, you might be in the wrong class. So, do I need to explain that? Okay. So, what number is going to go into 15, 25, and 30? 5. Okay, so I got a 5. How many x's, or x to the what, can come out? X squared?
And then Y.
And then just y?
Yes.
Why? Yeah, because each of these only have one y in it, right? Okay. Now, I'm thinking division here, right? So 15 divided by 5 is going to give me a 3. And then Charlie pointed out that I just subtract the exponents, right? They're gone, because 2 minus 2 is 0. 4 minus 1 is going to give me y to the 3rd. Plus, what about that one? Just 6, right? You guys are not a good choir, by the way. Yeah, there was no unison going on there. You know, that's we were like doing it in the round or something, then maybe, you know. Making me a little nervous there, Barker. Alrighty, now, let's say I did this. Let's say I gave you Let's say I did that.
Wow. There is no.
Yo, Ian.
So if it asks for the greatest common factor for this, is it just the first thing?
Okay, so great question. If it only asked me for the GCF, that is my GCF. This answer, though, would be if it said to what? Factor. Do we understand the difference?
Yes.
Okay, so before we have a new student in this class now. Does everybody know Sierra? She's in the back. Say hi, Sierra. She transferred in from my 4th period.
Wait, this is for
Sorry, from my 5th period. Yeah. Welcome to the more. Remember how I've said how boring my 5th period is? Yeah, this is not as boring.
I heard you talk crap on us.
Yeah, I heard. you
Talk crap?
Yeah,
Yeah.
talk
I
smack.
heard you
talk.
don't like us.
They're just more talking. I mean, I might say that you guys are way. If anything, I was complimenting you because they are literally. I mean, like I want to pound my forehead like right here on the sharp corner sometimes. Okay, and I'm telling you what, you need to come. You need to come and just feel this because it would hurt. But I've thought about it. I mean, it's that boring sometimes. I mean, it's like, hello, you know, but whatever. So, before we somehow got way distracted, factor that sucker. You can't?
Well, technically
You can?
Greatest
Can't you
common
just do
factor
some
is
parts
one.
and then put the other parts in a parentheses or something like that?
like you factor
The greatest common factor is one.
Okay,
Technically,
I
you can.
think what you're both referring to is similar to factor by grouping. That is not today. I don't even think I could group this and factor it.
well, like
Well, I guess I could move those, but yeah, as this is written, it would be what?
It'd be the same.
that.
The exact same thing in a circle.
It would just be unfactorable.
Tell me you've got the right answer.
I don't know, but couldn't you just use one?
Okay, one would be my GCF, you're right.
Yeah.
But what would it make that? There's a term for it.
Polynomial.
Inadequate.
Kidding. Don't.
Wrong.
Isn't it like a prime?
Prime.
Infinite reason.
Oh, they
It would be prime. Okay, so allow me to unconfuse you. What's your question?
Why is it prime?
Because there's nothing I can take out of everything. And for right now, to factor this, I would need to be able to take a greatest common factor out of every term. Okay, and because 13's prime, I'd have to take 13 out, and I can't. That term has an x, but that one doesn't, so I can't take an x out. That term has a y, but that one doesn't. That one has a z, but you see what I'm saying? It's got to be able to come out of every term in there to be able to factor right now. Okay, now all this humbo jumbo that Flinders was talking about, that's not today. That's later. Trying to muddy the water. Man, teenagers.
When are we actually gonna learn about that? Are we gonna ever
Soon.
like this unit or?
Yeah. Yeah. Just not today. That's what soon means. Like not right now, but soon.
So it's Friday, Thursday.
Could be. Could be Thursday, could be Monday. But soon. Okay? Now, so let's say I did this then. Let's say I went with I don't know. Somebody throw me out a number.
17.
85.
Okay, and all your numbers suck because every one of them have been prime, but 24 is a great
I
one.
said 50.
That's prime, right?
27's not prime.
47?
27. 20.
Oh, I thought you said 47.
No.
Oh. So I got 24 x squared y plus
14.
14 works, 14 x to the 5th, y to the 7th, plus 12 x y to the 5th. Okay, let's say I've got that. Okay? What was so funny back there, you two? What was so funny? Obviously something was funny. You don't laugh that hard. No, I wouldn't laugh at nothing. I didn't do that. I got chocolate all over my face. I didn't eat those brownies. I don't know what you're talking about. I had kids, okay? And when things are missing out of the fridge or off the counter, and there's only 3 of you, and one of them's you, one of them's your wife, and one of them's 17, you pretty much know who ate it. I'm just saying. His name was Mason. So, what do we have? We do have numbers, but we also have letters. 2? So 2 is 2 my number for my GCF.
Yes.
Okay, what else? Just 2xy? Why isn't it x squared? Because this one doesn't have anything but a 1 on it, right? Okay. Now, what am I left with?
12.
Plus 7x to the 4, y squared 6, plus 6,
X, y to the 4.
y to the 4.
I gotta go into that. Is that done?
It's done. Okay. So we're going to go Razy Handy Gamey. Okay. We never played that in here? Okay, this is how it works. So I'm going to write a problem down. And you're going to do it. When you get the answer, you're going to raise your hand. I'm going to give you a number. When we get to my desired number, which I will tell you, then we'll go over the problem. And when I give you a number, you need to remember your number. And then put your hand down so you don't have to do this. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Hold your arm up for 10 minutes, okay? And then when we get done, I'm going to call out a random number and you're going to do the problem for us.
Wait, what?
No, we're doing a problem.
You're gonna choose someone on purpose.
So we'll play this a lot. What you will learn is, if I end up with those 4 or 5 kids that never participate, hell yeah, I'm calling them. And then they'd be looking at me like, but I didn't raise my hand. I go, exactly. You ain't participating. You're my guy. Or, yeah, I was going to say or gal, but it's never the girls. It's always the guys. I mean, let's be honest, right? You know. So yeah. But no, traditionally I just throw out a number. Yeah, I mean, we're all smart kids in here. Before I do that, though, some of you need to get online and check your grades. Because I've sent notes to people and I get 0 response. 0 response. If I send you a note that says, hey, there's no score here, you need to fix it. There's like 12 of you in here that I've done that to. And only one of you, I think, has fixed the score. I think that was you, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. So, we ready? Yes. Okay. Yeah, factor that sucker. I want the whole answer, GCF and what's left over. And we need 15 hands in the air before we go on. And please don't forget your number. If you have to write it down, write it down. 'Cause sometimes my chemistry 1110 kids would forget their numbers.
I don't know why you're looking at me.
Yeah, I'm looking at you two. Yeah, I have a 1. Two, 3, 4. If you have to write it down, write it down. Don't forget. I need 15. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where's your paper?
I can see it.
11, 12, 13,
I'll get one.
14, 15. Alrighty, who is 7? 7, Hadley. Yeah, okay. So Hadley, you give me what you have as your GCF.
My GCF, I have 9x y to the 6th z to the 3rd.
I have also got.
Okay, well, who is 10? Okay, Stoker, give me what you got left.
4x to the 3rd, y to the 3rd, plus 6x to the 6th, z to the 3rd, minus y.
Like that?
Yep.
That's not.
He's close.
Close.
It's a 2, not a 6. Yeah.
Right here, shouldn't that be 18 divided by 9?
Go.
Shouldn't that be a 2?
And the z to the 3rd should be a z squared.
Yep. And that should be a z squared, right? Yes or no?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, one more. So, this is 4th. Alrighty, so let's do one more. Let's do this. Let's do. Alrighty, so let's do. Alrighty, there you have it. Factor that sucker. And I need 20 hands now. I have 1. Oh, question. Okay.
The Z in on the second term, is that a 4 or a 9?
That's a 4. I'm like, dang, she's fast. I said 20 hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, that's way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5 and 6.
I used to see it, by the way.
7, 8, 9, 11 more. 10, 11, 12, no, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alrighty, who was 8? Alrighty, what's your GCF, Bowen?
5x y squared z.
Anybody else get the GCF as 5xy squared z?
Yes.
Alrighty, so who was 15?
David, that's you.
Who was 15?
That was David.
Oh yeah.
I remember it.
Okay, what do you got for me, David?
16x squared, yeah, y squared plus 6y to the 5th, z to the 3rd, minus 5x to the 4th.
Is he right? Okay, is this making sense or not?
Yes.
We think we can all do this? Okay, time is yours. Now, I did not say feel free to talk all you want. I said the time is yours. That's code for shut up and get busy in case we weren't sure.
I was 14, and then I remembered you were after me.
Nice one. My backpack was at 2.
I'm like, no.